Nick and John, Carlos. The funny thing is, there's a few guys in the major leagues that we have friends that are like Carlos Gomez. He was one of our friends, but he plays for the Brewers. But he's not. It's not actually Carlos Gomez, but it's funny because that guy is the same name as one of our best friends growing up with us. And then another guy that just came up in the majors, John, as I was saying, John Gray. I heard his name and I said, that's funny. But John Gray's another one, another friend back in New Hampshire that we grew up with. And our other friend ended up becoming a professional hockey player. And so, anyways, the point of the story is Jeff Locke didn't talk to nobody, and I took advantage of making a lot of money at the time. It might be a dickhead move, but I made a lot of people a lot of money. There was a guy betting $1 million on every single game that I told him, and the guy still owes me $240,000 if you really want to know. But he's in prison for stealing $9 million from a client. He's a big time handicapper out in Florida, but he's in prison right now. Some of you guys might know who I'm talking about, but he ended up robbing someone for $9 million or something. I don't know, but he paid me a lot of money, and that's that. And then the whole Sports Illustrated thing, I did it for the money. You know, they came to me wanting a story, and they said they'd pay for it, and I gave them the story. And I never threw no games with Jeff Locke. I haven't talked to Jeff Locke since I was like 9 years old, 10 years old. We played Little League together, and that was it. So that's the story about the whole Jeff Locke situation. I fucking did what I had to do to make money. I'll tell you about the first time it happened, though. My brother called me, and he said, Jeff Locke is pitching, and I said, no way. And so he was pitching against the Brewers. The Brewers, at the time, were really good with Prince Fielder, and I think it was Cecil Fielder. No, it was Prince Fielder, I'm pretty sure. And Braun. And then Greinke at the time was making the start. But Jeff Locke was coming up from the minors because Pittsburgh was already out of the playoffs, and they're going to Milwaukee. And Milwaukee needed to win this game to clinch the playoff berth. And they're at home, and they're minus 230. And I was telling people, this game should be minus 500. There's no way this pitcher is going to, at first it was telling people that there's no way he's going to win. And that day I gave out the run line. I gave out the over on the Brewers total, that they'd score more than, I think it was 3.5 or 4. It first started off with the phone calls telling them that there's no way this guy that's just coming up from the minors is going to win. But then I got to thinking, like, what if I told these people the games were fixed? You see all that, you see the shit on the movies and all that. And I was not thinking at the time because I was broke. I just going through a divorce and everything. So I just told a bunch of people. I posted ads like a dumbass, and I probably told the Brewers game. I probably told about 300 people the game was fixed, and then about half of them got hold of me the next game. And like I said, we won 10 straight bets, and I was telling people to go max bet. I mean, it's a gambler's dream for someone to actually tell you the game is fixed, and then tell you in the 5th inning he's going to give up a bunch of home runs. Like, if you guys read the story, in the 5th inning of the Cubs game, I said he's gonna. This is all just made up bullshit. Just the knowledge of, just trying to fuck with, just trying to make money. So I was telling people, which is really fucked up of me, but I told people that bet the first 5 innings he's gonna be winning early. But then if the Pirates do get up, he's going to come back in the 4th or the 5th inning and give up a lot of runs. And in the Cubs game, that's exactly what happened. And then another game against the Astros, the worst team in baseball at the time, he was minus 220 in a game. I told people the Astros are going to hit him hard and hit him hard early, and they ended up scoring 3 runs in the first inning. And and that was the over in the whole deal for the whole game. I told them, take the Astros game over. I think it was 3 or 3.5. It went way over. And then take the Astros reverse run line plus 1.5 plus, I think it was like 390 or maybe even more than that. And then money line was plus over 200. And that was 2 different times against the Astros. I mean, I was just going crazy with it. That's why I got caught. And my brother was telling me, they're gonna catch up to you if you keep predicting these games right. They're gonna think something's up. And I said, no way. And so I did it, and baseball season was over. Football season got started. I killed the football season like I always do. And then after the Super Bowl and everything, and then one day I'm getting followed, and I know I'm getting followed. And I was like, man, I'm getting followed. Fuck this. I'm going to go down this side road right here. So I went down the side road, and then they went straight, and I said, all right, never mind. So then I get back on the main road, and I see them again behind me, and I'm like, what? And then I see another car I recognized from earlier, and then so I'm telling my girlfriend at the time, which is my wife now, she was involved in this, and we had the baby, and the baby was real young, and so these guys are like chasing me, and I said, I swear to God. And I was calling people and everyone thinking that I was on drugs and all this shit and telling me to get help. And I said, I'm being followed, and nobody wanted to believe me. My dad was like, go drink another fucking beer. He thought I was fucking crazy. So, and my mom was just like, you're really weird, because I was acting weird, because I was like, someone's following me. So I went around this corner on the highway. I was fucking running, and there ended up being 12 chasing me. By the way, 12 U.S. I think they're U.S. Marshals. I don't know. I really don't know who they were. I think they're maybe guys from Phoenix police. I don't know, but we never determined who they actually were. I think someone said that they're Phoenix police. I don't know, but. So I go around this corner and I say, they're following me, and she said, bullshit. So we're going down the road, and then she looks back, and there's this, I said, that Jeep, and there's a Jeep that's coming up fast. So I pull into the gas station, I said, watch this, and I stopped at the gas pump, I didn't get out, and they parked 2 gas pumps over from me, and they weren't moving. And she said, go. And so I went, and then I was at the light, and I was turning left, and they were still at the gas pump, and right when I got the light, they bolted out there. So anyways, I call my mom, and I'm telling her, get to the fucking bowling alley, I'm going to lose them. So I was going like, I was risking my kid's life, because I didn't know who these people were at the time. I was going like 90 miles an hour, 100, and she was telling me, slow down. I was just trying to get away. I didn't know who the fuck they were. I thought I might have lost somebody too much money or something, and they're trying to kill me. I didn't know. I didn't really have any issues like that, but you never know when you're a sports gambler. Who the fuck's coming after you? So a few years earlier, so I ditched my car at the bowling alley, and I grabbed the car seat, and my mom picks me up in the Navigator, and I throw the car seat, and I jump in the back seat, and I say, go. So I go back to my mom's house for a couple hours, and I'm freaking out, and I call the local drug task force, and I told the guy, I said, hey, listen, you can go fuck yourself, and you can stop looking for me. I was pissed off. I was telling them, I was talking a little bit of shit. I was pissed because I thought for sure it was them, because they're driving the vehicles that had like dark tinted windows and everything. So I was just like, this is fucked up. You guys are looking for me, and I didn't do shit. Because 2 years earlier, I was living with a buddy of mine who's still in prison. He got caught with like 25 pounds of weed in our apartment. I had an apartment. We shared. I had a roommate, whatever. So 2 years prior to when this happened, he got busted and everything, and I had to deal with all those guys because they kicked in the door and all that shit. And I wasn't involved. I didn't get in trouble or anything. I've never been in trouble for marijuana. But and that's another thing in the story. It said I got busted for marijuana in the past or whatever. I've never even got a ticket for marijuana. I don't even smoke marijuana. So I used to when I was younger, but it's been like seven years now. So anyways, I call them, and they tell me I'm crazy, I need to go get help, and this and that, and I say, fuck you, I was pissed off. And so anyways, it wasn't them. I ended up calling them later on, like a couple days later, and I talked to the guy, and I told him I listened to his advice, and I went and saw a doctor, and I feel a lot better. And he said, he just laughed and said, all right, cool. And I told him what happened and whatever, and he said, that's crazy, and that was it. But anyways, it was funny because the way he was telling me, go get help, you're crazy, like everybody was pretty much saying that. But I'm getting followed. I don't know who the fuck's following me. So I ditched my car at the bowling alley. I call my brother and I say, hey, listen, go drive by the bowling alley. And then I tell my sister, go drive by the bowling alley, because I tell them both. And I asked him the vehicles I saw from earlier, and he said, yeah, they're all sitting there. So I say, all right. And it gets dark out, and I want my car back, so I get my sister's truck, and then my sister and my wife, my girlfriend at the time, go with my brother, and my mom's following, and they drop. My brother drops the baby and my sister and my girlfriend off to my car at the bowling alley, and I'm sitting across the way at the gas station watching with my other brother, and we're just sitting there waiting. and they pick up the car. I'm on the cell phone with them, and they pull out, and my brother says, "Is there anybody behind me?" And I said, "Fuck," and that's all I said was "fuck." And there was a line of about straight up like 10. At the time, there was like probably like it was like 7 or 8, and then they go down this road. They pass me, and I say, "Oh fuck, man." And my brother said, "I'm just gonna drive around for like an hour and mess with them." And I said, "All right, that's cool." But then all of a sudden, the lights come up flashing, and there was seriously like 15 surround. And I went around the scene in the truck. That I'm watching everything from behind. I'm following everybody, all the cops and everything. And they were undercover cops. And I'm in this dark out. It's like 8 o'clock at night, and I go around the scene, and I say, "Holy shit, they must really want me." And so I get a phone call like 10 minutes later, because I went and I parked, and I said, "Shit." I gave all my items and my phone and everything to my brother. I said, "Hey, listen, dude." And we also went to my house, and I got some cash, and I gave it to him, and I said, "Hey, I need you to bail me out. I don't know what I did." So my sister calls me, because she said that I killed somebody. They were saying I killed somebody, and I did a hit and run, and I murdered them in New Mexico. And I just got back from New Mexico, and they know everything. They must have been following me everywhere. But yeah, I got back from New Mexico the day before, and they said I killed someone, and I said I didn't kill no one. And they said, "Just come talk to us. We want to talk to you about it." So I go down there. My brother drops me off, and they're cool. They're cool as can be, except for the fact that they were pretty much being a dick. The whole day following me and everything, and they were being a dick when I first got there. Like, they're saying, "Why the fuck did I run from them?" This and that, and then all of a sudden their mood changed, and they're like talking to me and asked me, "Am I sure I didn't kill somebody?" This and that, and I said, "What's the real reason why I'm here?" And they wouldn't tell me, and then they said, "We're waiting for someone," and I said, "Oh, great." So we waited like literally like a half hour. I'm talking to these guys, actually being pretty cool. They just said I couldn't leave, so. All of a sudden, this truck pulls up, and these 3 guys get out, and they say, "Hey, we want to talk to you." And they bring me in this fucking truck, and they yell at me and scream at me for like an hour. They say, "We'll give you 10 minutes to say goodbye to your daughter," and all this shit. "We're going to take you with us. Just admit that you were throwing games with Jeff Locke, blah, blah, blah." And I sat there and I told them, "No, I wasn't." And they were fucking screaming at me, telling me they know the truth, blah, blah, blah. They asked me about all the games. I said, "Yeah, I said that. It was for the money, blah, blah, blah." And that was it. And that's the story. And they harassed me for like 2 more weeks after that, and they wouldn't leave it alone. And I told them, "Get fucked." They'd show up at my house. I told them, "Get the fuck away." And that's pretty much it. And then they wanted me to take a lie detector test, and I said, "I'll do it for $10,000." And then I have never heard from the guy since. And all that other bullshit where in the story it says, "Stop trying to get a hold of Jeff Locke." Blah, blah. I haven't tried to get a hold of Jeff Locke. I don't care about that dude. I'm happy for him. He's in the majors. Good for him. Who gives a shit? I have my own life to worry about, and I don't like talking about the past. And you guys just heard the story right there. I just went. I'm 28 minutes in here, so if you're listening and you want to know about me, that's my story. And I don't lie about nothing. I don't bullshit. I never threw games with Jeff Locke. So for anybody that hated on me, just listen to what I just said, and you'll understand everything. And I did it for the money. I mean, wouldn't any normal person do it for the money? I didn't harm nobody. Nobody lost any money. No clients lost any money. It was the end of the season, so it was only 10 results, and that was it. And everybody was looking forward to the next year when he was throwing games. But like I said, the cops came, and it never happened. It never happened again. So because I don't touch baseball during football season anyways, and I think they came after football. I don't believe baseball wasn't even being played at the time anyways, so I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. But that's the podcast for today. I just wanted to get a few things off my back, and anybody that thinks I scam and I'm a fraud and all that stuff, like I said, just bring all the stuff forward. I'm not going to be getting back on social media. It's all drama. So I appreciate everybody listening if you're still here. If you have any questions about anything else, you can email me, nationwidehandicapping@gmail.com, or you can call me 1-800-741-1903. And if you need to know, a text line 702-239-4670. And if you need to know anything else, if you're wondering anything else about that story, I've told 1 million people the same exact story, about the whole situation that happened. And